Hello everyone, and thanks for tuning in for a quick overview of this Excel. The purpose of this video is not to teach you how to analyze properties. It's more how to use the Excel and understand how the dynamics or the little features we have here. And I'm just going to point out mainly to the things that are usually not obvious. Right, so it's not, the obvious is bedrooms and bathrooms and completing those things. I think that's obvious, but I want to point out to what are not obvious. Before we dive into this tab, I want to show you there is a general tab. The general tab has, among other things, has the management fees, market and percentage, the listing fees, market and percentage, the market appreciation, again, market and percentages. Right? The reason I'm mentioning it here is because when you go to this drop down and you drop it down, you'll see the similar markets are here. And when you select one, it auto-populates whatever is available in that data set and provides the information for the property management, leasing fee, and the annual appreciation. Okay, so I want you just to be aware of whatever you choose here will impact those three fields, and you can definitely go over here and change. Let's just say you can actually change from I don't know, let's see, from Tampa to Miami, and change it to 10%, and it will show over there. All right, just to let you know that's available here. Second thing I want to mention is that on every one of those red dots, corner dots, provide you some explanation or tooltip about this specific field. So let's use two examples to show you. Over here, you see the number 1, which indicates a single family home, right? If we look at the tip, you'll see it says single family 1, duplex 2, triplex 3, fourplex 4, obviously intuitive. The reason it's worth knowing is because once we change it from a single family to duplex, 2 units, it immediately shows the different specification per door, per unit. Plus over here, it will duplicate or double or triple or more the actual, or what we put here for monthly repairs times the number of units, right? So right now it's 170. And if we just go back to one single family home, it's 85. If I think it's 85, it's too low, I can definitely change that, right? That's not a problem. Just want to show you that aspect, that little thing. Over here, we use school not as an ABC, but rather the actual school rating, and it's out of 30. So if we had a school here that is a house that it's in 10 schools, it does happen. Yes, it does. We're going to see it's immediately 30. And usually it's not the case, or many times it's not the case, and we just add those things together. Over here, this one over here is which we consider the actual cost to buy the property, not just the down payment. It combines, or it sums up the down payment, and it adds those 3 expenses, which are costs associated with the purchase and the average of our improvements, the average of the lower and upper improvements, and all that goes into this number over here. Over here is a very important field, which actually this is the number that we are using for the Excel as our purchase price. Our purchase price will impact the down payment, the mortgage, etc. Okay, so that's an important number, and this number, or this drop down, actually grabs the 3 numbers here below, which is the asking and our suggested low offer and high offer over here. So this drop down is actually those 3 figures over here, and we can choose whatever we want in order to kind of select what is the number we are working with, and we can easily change it between all those figures. Other than that, I would assume this is somewhat self-explanatory. Okay, there's formulas in many places that it automatically calculates, obviously, like an Excel. By the way, I'm using a web version of Office, but the local file is exactly the same, so that's not a problem. There's no difference. And over here, there is a little bit what we call like a legend that tells you what kind of field is what in terms of formulas or not. It's an Excel. You can overwrite formulas and definitely ruin it, so to speak, or you can just kind of learn how to work with it. Usually it takes someone maybe analyzing 1, 2, 3 properties to get a little bit more comfortable with it in order to fully understand how it works. The outcome is obviously how, you know, the numbers or the data you will put in. Hopefully, last thing that I want to mention is we have a little kind of helpful tool over here. Those two cells I and J1 in line number 1, they're kind of hidden, but those are, if you click on this one, it's a hyperlink that will open the Google search with the house address. And over here, it will open Google Maps with the house address. We can actually click and we'll see that it immediately opens that and populates the house. That's just a tiny, nice tool to use. And those are the main things I want you to be aware of the Excel. There's obviously a little bit more to it, but mostly how you can use it and how you can navigate your analysis through the different cells and presets information. Thank you very much for taking the time. Let me know if you have any questions. Bye-bye.